I'm very happy to tell you a little bit about the Bits and Pretzels, our experience of going there already for many, many years, I must confess. So the Bits and Pretzels is, I think, Europe's largest, probably the world's largest startup festival. It has more than or around 5,000 people come every year to Munich for it. It's the 10th anniversary that it was there, so it's a very interesting session. It is something that is coming up very often with startups when you talk to people, like also the IT people in Munich very often kind of like know about it. So it is something where we can highly recommend, or it's also like a community coming together there. The thing, or my key takeaways from the Bits and Pretzels is it's again with many of the events, it's the people. You meet lots of great people. You meet like some familiar faces. You meet brand new people. There's like lots of networking, matchmaking. There's like a whole part of the Bits and Pretzels is to connect people and get them together. The second part is the inspiration, the talks. This year, Michelle Obama was there, and 𝗵𝗵𝗁𝗁𝗁 and 𝗁𝗵𝗵𝗀 and Oliver Kahn, big goalkeeper. So it's like various people talking about leadership, their experience in business and life, so inspirational stuff. But also there's lots of content for negotiation, AI and startups, like various aspects of valuations, etc. So startups focused stuff as well. And the third part that I always like about it is the startup exhibition, which is lots of small startups show up and showcase their products, their ideas, which is also for somebody like me who's kind of like advising IT leaders, helpful to know about what are different market trends, new solutions, etc. So going them one by one. So the people side, it sometimes feels like with I met like even by chance lots of like nice people I haven't seen for like a year or 5 years or 10 years. So it's just like you bump into people, you see them, you see their postings on LinkedIn or somewhere else. So it's something where it sometimes felt like your own wedding. At the end, you're happy and exhausted, but it feels like you didn't have enough time to talk to all the people that you wanted to talk to. So when you go to the Bits and Pretzels, bring some time, and then also omit some of the talks. I'm come back to the talks in a bit here, but sometimes it's just about, yeah, they're good talks, but let's skip that and just sit down for a coffee with a couple people. The talks is something that I this year felt a little bit ambiguous about, and it's something where I realized with many of the conferences I've been to this year that some of the inspirational talks are a little bit superficial. Like it's inspirational, but it's also same old. So to give you an example, Oliver Kahn was kind of like talking about like how his soccer career was like extremely stressful because it was like physical and mental stress, versus afterwards his business career, that's just mental stress. So that's kind of like not as stressful. And I think it like to me, it was more kind of like from a bootstrap business perspective. I think yes, there's some mental stress in business, but there's also a lot of emotional stress, and I actually think it's a huge part of hey, can I do payroll next month or like in 3 months or whatever kind of like your mind perspective and your actual situation is. Can I feed my family if this fails or not, or how will I feed my family, or how will I like do something afterwards? So it's way more essential or existential threats that come in and are causing emotional stress. And of course, as a very well-known soccer player, if you lose the World Cup final or the Champions League final, you get the paycheck the next week or the next month, no matter what. You know you have like your contracts for another couple of years or a year. There is no like the stress. Yes, you might like be physical and mental in there, but it's not existential in any capacity. So I think there's and it's also less VUCA. It's less volatile, less ambiguous, less. You have like very clear boundaries and rules in sports, and so I think in on the business, especially the startup side, you have like it's like way more VUCA. I like VUCA. So that's just like something which left like me wondering like if I didn't take out much on those inspirational talks, and yes, it's Michelle Obama, but also there, I don't know. It's something where I think I'm sick of tired of some of that. I liked the Joe Kaeser, the former CEO of Siemens, and Katja Scholz, the front runner of the Green Party in Bavaria. So talking about like leaderships and needing to explain, and so there was some good points in some of those inspirational talks, but in general, I kind of like didn't found it as good. There were some other good talks around like how to value mergers and acquisitions and how to approach the market, how to negotiate. It's a lot of startup focused good content, which is not on the big stage, but more on kind of like smaller ones. I highly recommend you to go to those if you're in the startup area, because they actually have like the really good content there. But since I've been to Bits and Pretzels since 2018 or so, every year when it actually happened. During COVID, it did not, but some of that is also repetitive, but still good. But it's like you get bits and pieces, nuggets out there in everywhere. So it's kind of like around leadership, around product, people, and market fit. So you need to have like your people to also fit to your product and to your market. Not only kind of like a good product fitting to the market, but also you as a leader need to ensure that your organization has the right people for that fit. So that was just like some of the insights there on the talks perspective, or the sessions you can see there. So go to the smaller ones. The third part that I always enjoy, I mention it because as a CIO advisor, we're always going in and recommending solutions, or we also need to be aware of what's going on in the market. So the startup exhibition is something that I always enjoy and always go to. Here's one thing, it always like throws me off, although they always do it the same way. The Bits and Pretzels is on a Sunday and a Monday, and the startup exhibitions change. So startups that you see on a Sunday are not there anymore on a Monday because it's new startups on the Monday, which makes it sometimes stressful because you have to like 2 days that you actually have to go to the exhibition to see everybody if you want to. But it's just good people, good interested like conversations. A lot of these startups are also interested in getting some input or getting kind of like some feedback. So it's something where I had like lots of long conversations sometimes with them, bringing in kind of like, okay, like I know a lot of industries, I know a lot of organizations with different sizes, and can already give startup advice there. So that's something I enjoy. So good talking to them. The thing that I also like about the Bits and Pretzels is the Sunday-Monday split. It is something, yes, Sunday takes time away from the family or your spare time, free time, however you want to call it. But for me, who's doing lots of consulting engagements during the week, it's actually good to just have the Monday kind of like gone from a work week perspective. And the Sunday is, yes, hard for my family to miss me, and of course hard for me to miss my family. But it is a good way to be on a conference and not lose that much work time. And it's a very enjoyable conference. And as I mentioned, kind of like talking to people, meeting to people, inspirations, getting different input. It's perfect for a Sunday. The third part is actually, again, more people networking part, which happens on the 𝗕𝗶𝗄𝗏fest. I must admit, I don't go there anymore. I go to the 𝗕𝗶𝗏fest with like my friends, like that's like one, and with my family, that's the other one. But like for all this networking with the Bits and Pretzels, I did that twice. It's like a lot of people are like super stressed there to get the most out of those few moments that you have there, and the speed dating and the talking to each other and the tables. And yeah, I think I skipped it. I will skip it in the future. So if you found it different, if you want to comment and tell me what you really liked about the Bits and Pretzels, or recommend me that I really should go to the Tuesday morning networking in a beer tent, then just comment or let me know. Alrighty, that was a quick recap. I actually forgot to ask if you do have questions. This is actually live, so if you do have questions, you can tell me. And if not, then please be aware of that this and all the other recordings that we do. We have lots of webinars, some of them also not on LinkedIn Live. So wherever you watched us or this, there is a lot more content on the Lean42 Academy. It is a great way to grow your knowledge and something to learn and grow. And I think personal development and personal growth is why I go to some of the conferences that I also like talked about lately here. And it's something that I highly recommend you pick a conference, meet people, invest into your personal growth. It's sometimes also good to just get out of your office setting or home office setting in this case here, and do something new, change perspective, and have fun out there. If you want to know about like a really cool conference, then just go to the Lean Leader Summit, which is coming up 4th of July next year in Munich. So I know for you from the US, 4th of July, we celebrate with you with a nice conference in Munich. And I'm just hope to see you there in person, see you at one of the other events. And if you have questions or have a different opinion about the Bits and Pretzels, let me know. I already bought my ticket for the Bits and Pretzels next year, so potentially see you there or at the Lean Leader Summit in Munich. Awesome. Take care, everybody.